One show turned summer vacation into a science lab of impossible inventions. The other turned one weird town into a giant puzzle full of clues, codes, and cosmic consequences. But which one truly owns the throne as the ultimate modern Disney cartoon? Phineas and Ferb or Gravity Falls? Tonight we're picking with evidence. We're going round by round. Structure, jokes, characters, music, rewatch value, legacy. And at the end, one of these shows walks away with a final verdict. 7 rounds, 1 winner. Let's break it down. Round 1. Story engine and premise. Phineas and Ferb might have the cleanest cartoon premise of its era. Every day of summer, two stepbrothers wake up and ask, "What are we going to do today?" Answer: something outrageous. Build a roller coaster, start a band, go to space, travel through time, open a beach in the backyard. Candace tries to bust them. Mom never sees it. Meanwhile, Perry the Platypus disappears into a secret Agent B plot to battle Dr. Doofenshmirtz and his latest, oddly specific evil scheme. At the last second, the A-plot evidence vanishes thanks to the B-plot chaos. Reset. New idea tomorrow. That loop is genius. You can plug in any tone, sci-fi, musical, noir, kaiju, and it works. It's infinitely extendable without being confusing. A kid can drop into any episode and instantly get it. Gravity Falls is built like a novel disguised as a summer comedy. Twins. Dipper and Mabel move in with Grunkle Stan at the Mystery Shack, and from episode 1 the show quietly tells you, this town is wrong, nothing is random, and you should be paying attention. On the surface, it's monster of the week fun. Underneath, there's a rising spine. Journals, symbols in the credits, hidden ciphers, background clues that won't pay off for episodes. The weirdness has rules. Characters remember things, choices have consequences, and crucially, the show chooses to end, on its own terms, with its mysteries answered. Both engines are elite. Phineas and Ferb's loop is a sandbox. Gravity Falls' spine is a roadmap. But if we're judging how perfectly premise, structure, and payoff lock together, every episode feels like part of a deliberate magic trick instead of just another day. Round 1 winner, Gravity Falls. Round 2. Humor and tone. Phineas and Ferb is weaponized good energy. The jokes are fast but clear. Running gags, self-aware lines, background signs, Doofenshmirtz monologues, Candace meltdowns, Buford's soft side, Baljeet's academics. It's clever without being mean, meta without being smug. Kids laugh at the slapstick. Adults catch the references and emotional irony. Almost no other show maintains this much positivity without turning into foam. Gravity Falls is funnier than people remember. Suze is a quote machine. Mabel is chaos incarnate. Stan's scams and one-liners are lethal. A lot of the comedy comes from contrast. Supernatural horror undercut by deadpan. Heartache hidden inside a joke. Or Bill Cipher being both terrifying and weirdly hilarious. It leans more into creepy, awkward, and existential than Phineas and Ferb ever needs to. That range makes it richer, but slightly less jokes per minute. We're counting pure laugh frequency and family-safe replay humor. Round 2 winner, Phineas and Ferb. If you're into versus breakdowns like this, rounds, receipts, and a final verdict, hit subscribe. I'm dropping 2 videos a week, and we're absolutely doing more matchups like this. Round 3, characters and relationships. Phineas and Ferb builds an instantly readable ensemble. Phineas is unstoppable optimism. Ferb is the quiet finisher. Candace is chaotic but deeply caring. Doofenshmirtz is a tragic goof with real trauma. Perry is the world's calmest professional. And the parents are warm, trusting, and oblivious in a loving way. Relationships are stable. This is a fundamentally safe universe. That stability makes the rare emotional spikes, Candace finally being believed, Doof connecting with Vanessa, Isabella's feelings surfacing, Buford's loyalty, hit harder because they bend the formula without breaking it. The show's emotional ceiling is intentionally limited, but within that range, it almost never fumbles. You know these people, and you like being around them. Gravity Falls dives deeper. Dipper wrestles with insecurity, responsibility, and jealousy. He wants to be seen as older than he is, and the story punishes and rewards that. Mabel fears change and abandonment. Her everything's fun energy hides a real terror of being left behind. Stan is guilt, hustle, and love in a trench coat. Ford is brilliance fused with paranoia. Side characters like Pacifica, Wendy, and even Gideon get growth or subversion instead of staying as cheap gags. The show lets bonds strain. Dipper versus Mabel over trust. Stan versus Ford over betrayal. Family versus secrets. And then earns reconciliation on screen. Phineas and Ferb gives us iconic archetypes who model joy and support. Gravity Falls gives us flawed people whose choices matter. For a "which show hits harder when it wants to" verdict, deeper arcs and real consequences take it. Round 3 winner, Gravity Falls. Round 4, creativity and world building. This round is filthy. Phineas and Ferb is pure creative flex. Every episode, new invention, new genre, new visual gag. Giant roller coasters, shrinking machines, teleporters, mech suits, musicals, crossovers. It treats the laws of physics as polite suggestions. The Perry versus Doof subplot builds its own parallel spy movie universe on top without confusing kids. That's not easy. Crucially, the creativity is aspirational, not chaotic. Phineas and Ferb never mock curiosity. Failure is rare, but effort is celebrated. The world supports the thesis. If you can imagine it, you can try it. For a young audience, that is an extremely deliberate and effective design choice. Gravity Falls goes for dense, coherent mythos inside a much smaller sandbox. One town, a handful of locations, but they're loaded. The Mystery Shack, the forest, the bunker, the portal, the Bill Cipher tapestry. Journals with legible entries, cryptograms and credits, recurring symbols, background cameos that line up with future reveals. The supernatural isn't random. It's ecosystem-level world building. It rewards viewers who pause, decode, and rewatch. And unlike many mystery box shows, it pays off its threads without cheating. That restraint, saying, "We're 40 episodes and done," actually strengthens the lore. For sheer, repeatable invention per episode, it is Phineas and Ferb. Gravity Falls is denser. Phineas and Ferb is endlessly, loudly inventive. As a "what can we do with animation today" machine, it's ridiculous. Round 4 winner, Phineas and Ferb. Round 5, music and iconic moments. Phineas and Ferb is a certified song factory. Almost every episode has an original track, and the hit rate is absurdly high. Gitchy Gitchy Goo, Busted, SIMP, Backyard Beach, There's a Platypus Controlling Me, Summer Belongs to You, Everything's Better with Perry. Different genres, proper hooks, real arrangements. These aren't throwaway jingles. They're structured like actual songs, often advancing character or plot. Doof's themes tell you who he is. Candace's songs externalize her chaos. Even Baljeet and Buford get musical identity. The soundtrack extends the brand on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. This stuff lives far beyond the original run. Gravity Falls uses music like a scalpel instead of a fire hose. The opening theme is instantly recognizable. Banjo, eerie whistle, percussive stomp, with visuals hiding clues. Bill Cipher's appearances are paired with specific sound design choices that make him feel invasive. Emotional beats, the attic, the portal, the last hug, use restrained scoring to amplify impact without melodrama. The show doesn't chase banger per episode, it chases tonal fingerprint. That's a valid and effective choice. But in a direct fight on volume, memorability, and cultural spread of songs, it's outgunned. Round 5 winner, Phineas and Ferb. Round 6, rewatch value and payoff. Phineas and Ferb is elite drop-in television. Any random episode works. You don't need context, you don't track a timeline, you just get the loop. Big idea, musical bit, doof plan, Perry fight, Candace fails to bust. That familiarity is a feature. It's perfect background, perfect comfort, perfect stick this on with friends and everyone's happy. The trade-off is that there's limited macro payoff. The emotional through lines are light. There are callbacks and a satisfying finale, but you're not assembling a grand design while you watch. Gravity Falls is built as rewatchable architecture. First watch, fun, creepy, surprising. Second watch, oh, they seeded this 12 episodes earlier. Third watch, you're pausing frames, decoding ciphers, noticing Bill in windows, tracking how Dipper, Mabel, Stan, Ford are being positioned for the endgame. The finale doesn't just wrap plot. It recontextualizes earlier jokes and scares. Importantly, it's short enough that a full rewatch feels achievable. That compactness plus density means almost no filler, which is rare in kids' TV. So the choice is comfort infinity versus finite, layered story. Phineas and Ferb is perfect noise. Gravity Falls turns rewatching into detective work and emotionally rewards you for caring. Round 6 winner, Gravity Falls. Round 7, cultural impact and legacy. Phineas and Ferb dominated a generation's Disney Channel era. It proved you can be smart, musical, and relentlessly kind and still be insanely popular. It gave kids a blueprint for creativity, sibling teamwork, and absurd confidence. Its songs, quotes, and pacing influenced a wave of lighter, quippier shows. It is, for many, the comfort cartoon of the late 2000s, early 2010s. Gravity Falls had a shorter life and bent the medium. It showed executives and audiences that kids' animation could handle serialized mystery, real horror edges, emotional trauma, moral ambiguity, ARGS, codes, foreshadowing, and still sell plushies. It helped open the lane for lore-heavy, theory-bait series that trust kids to connect dots. Creators of later shows openly cite it. Its fandom still decodes, dissects, and references it like an ongoing myth. So who gets the crown here? If the only metric is episode count plus songs plus familiarity, you could hand it to Phineas and Ferb. But this channel is about craft plus impact on storytelling. And on that axis, the show that changed the rules more, in less time, is Gravity Falls. Round 7 winner, Gravity Falls. Scorecard and final verdict. Gravity Falls wins. Round 1, story engine and premise. Round 3, characters and relationships. Round 6, rewatch value and payoff. Round 7, cultural impact and legacy. Phineas and Ferb wins. Round 2, humor and tone. Round 4, creativity and world building. Round 5, music and iconic moments. Final score, 4-3. Tie game through 6. Decided in the last round. Verdict: Phineas and Ferb is an all-time summer machine. Joyful, inventive, endlessly watchable, and stacked with iconic songs. Gravity Falls is the precision-crafted mystery that pushed kids' TV forward, proved you can trust your audience, and stuck a legendary landing. 2 masterpieces, 1 crown, by a hair, to Gravity Falls. Now it's your turn. Who takes it for you? Gravity Falls or Phineas and Ferb? And what one episode proves it? Drop your pick with a timestamp and tell me the exact moment that locks it in. I'm pinning the sharpest breakdown. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe, tap the bell, and check out the other versus battles on the channel.